Okay, so if you're a fan of the One Championship like me and you look at the Instagram constantly, you're going to be seeing a very interesting trend that's been going on recently. And that trend is obviously Yuki Yoza. He is getting a lot more publicity than anybody else. And obviously he fights this Friday. And I'm going to be watching it. But they are advertising him like he is the biggest fighter within their organisation. And he's only just making his debut. And if I'm being honest, it's well deserved. For anyone who doesn't know who Yuki Yoza is, he is a world championship Kyokushin karate fighter, and since transitioning to kickboxing, he's 18-2. Now, with that 18-2 record also comes a K1 lightweight championship, and the fact that he's been ranked the #1 super bantamweight kickboxer in the world by the Combat Press, and the #1 featherweight kickboxer in the world by Beyond Kickboxing since 2023. So regardless of the kickboxers that One Championship have had, they have not been regarded as the best kickboxer in the world, because that has been Yuki Yoza for a very long time. Now, since transitioning from karate to kickboxing, he has also been training at one of the best gyms, because you would. If you're transitioning, you're going to pick the best gym, and he's picked Team Vasilius. If that has made anyone's ears a little bit red and wondering why they know that name, it is the same gym that trains the likes of Takeru Sagawa and Masaki Noiri, two of the best Japanese kickboxers within the One Championship that we've seen. Now, I understand Yuki Yoza is probably one of the best kickboxing hires that the One Championship have ever done, right? And that Japan is taking over One Championship, whether we like it or not. They're taking over the kickboxing scene. But Yuki Yoza calling out Nabil and Anane has seriously ruffled some feathers, saying that he would never transition to kickboxing. I don't think that he should, right? Because I think Yuki Yoza would smash him, especially with his legs, right? The leg kicks that Yuki Yoza does are impeccable, because he doesn't just target the lead leg, he targets the rear leg as well. And if you want to beat probably the #1 rising contender within all of the One Championship, who is Nabil Anane, you have to fuck up his legs. I understand that's hard because you're constantly going to get the teeps and the knees going down the middle, and he is fast. But Yuki Yoza's pressure style and leg kick style and inside boxing is perfect to beat Nabil. Everyone who's saying nice try or they don't like the idea of it, I understand, because we've seen Nabil absolutely dominate Superlek. But in kickboxing, Yuki Yoza will beat him, and I'm glad I'm talking about kickboxing Superlek, because not only this, Superlek is also been called out by Yuki Yoza as well, saying he wants to see whose leg breaks first. Now at the moment, he's calling out every single person within his weight class, saying that he'd beat Superlek, he'd beat Nabil, right? And I think this fight would be very interesting. Right, I think it's a very interesting fight. I'd love to see who wins this. But obviously we have to make it a trilogy, so Yuki Yoza has also called out Jonathan Haggerty, saying that he'd beat him within the next year and get his belt. All of this is riding on the fact that he beats Elbrus tomorrow, which I think he does. But oh my god, he has just called out 3 of the biggest and most well-known stars within the One Championship, and I'm here for it. The #1 contender, well, the #1 fighter within all of kickboxing versus One Championship's 3 biggest stars. Right? I beg One Championship to go back to Japan and put the likes of Yuki Yoza, Takeru, and all the other Japanese stars that they've got now, like Nadaka Yoshinari, right, and all the rest of them, like Kaito Ono, who's supposed to be on the last one, put them all on against some of the top contenders. And I'm telling you again, Japanese kickboxers will beat all of them. Right? On the last one, they did extremely well, winning like 9 out of 13 fights. This time, they'd beat all of them. right? Yuki Yoza is a problem.